Mystery pallets of Chinese PPE supplies were dumped at vacant properties on the south side of Youngstown and the former California Palms Hotel in Austintown. After 21 News started asking questions about who sent them and why, those pallets disappeared just as quickly. Corey McCrae has been chasing this story. Hi, Corey.
Madison, good evening. A viewer who owns one of the vacant properties was surprised to find about half a dozen pallets of PPE on it. We sought to find who the owner of these pallets were and where they came from and why they ended up at these locations. George Funtulis, a contractor, says one of his employees stumbled across an unusual find on Wednesday.
We've had lots of things dropped off at properties. This is the first time we've ever had anything like this.
5 pallets with boxes 5 high and 2 wide, filled with surgical gowns, alcohol wipes, masks, and other personal protective equipment, better known as PPE.
So there was 5 or 6 more pallets of surgical things at an Austintown address, and they're trying to find out how they got there.
Right in front of the old California Palms Hotel and former substance abuse treatment facility, close to a dozen pallets. Aside from the date October 6, 2021, the only identification on these pallets was a storage facility in Bedford Heights near Cleveland. The shipping company tells me the pallets were shipped from Cleveland to this address on Churchill Hubbard Road in Liberty in February of this year. How they ended up at 2 vacant properties now remains a mystery. On Thursday, after 21 News learned of the additional pallets in Austintown, I headed to the location and was confronted by a man outside the vacant facility who questioned why I was asking about the expired supplies located there. A source told 21 News that a local trucking company had been trying to allegedly sell the supplies, and the source was approached a couple of times earlier in the year to buy the PPE. When we reached out to the owner of the trucking company, he confirmed the supplies were indeed his and said he had purchased the PPE through an auction. He told me that the items were stolen from him, but said he had no idea of how the PPE supplies got to these locations, but wouldn't explain how he knew where to find the missing goods. After 21 News made calls regarding the Chinese PPE supplies, all pallets were gone by Friday morning. The local trucking company owner told 21 News his company picked up the stolen pallets overnight. And finally, to note, Liberty police say there was no theft report ever filed for the goods.